Warning: the opinions expressed in this video do not represent YouTube, associations, agencies, or any particular individuals. They are merely from two guys needing to pass the boredom of their average day lives. Some explicit content may occur in this or future presentations. Viewer discretion may be advised, but ignored if you're into that thing.
What's going on, guys? The Big Bad Wolf Benny here.
I'm the Wild Man Wes.
And sadly, this is the last episode of Season 2 for the Wild Wolf Show before we start
Shocktoberfest.
So anyway, we chose to do a hockey movie because, well, hockey's right around the corner.
Yeah.
So we're going to do Goon, starring Sean William Scott, playing Doug Glatt. Now, when you first meet him, he's a bouncer at a bar. He's kind of simple-minded. I don't want to say he has any mental disabilities, but he's just kind of simple-minded, not very intelligent.
Kind of reminds me of somebody I know. I wonder who could it be? No, I'm just kidding. I love you, brother.
So anyway, you find out, yeah, he's, very simple-minded. He's got a good heart, though.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about him. That's his redeeming quality. He's got a lot of heart. He has a big heart. He goes to a hockey game. His friend, played by Jay Burchell, kind of a loudmouth guy, talking to everybody and stuff like that. So this leads to one of the hockey players coming over, jumping the wall and trying to fight him. And he's using some words against, homosexuals that Doug finds very, how can I say this?
He does not approve.
He does not approve because he has a brother who is a homosexual. So he's like, that's a bad word. So he ends up literally just beating the living of this guy. And the head coach takes notice and decides, well, we need a goon on our team. And that's
you want to play?
That's what Doug does. He becomes a goon of the team. Basically, what a goon's job is to go out there, protect their good players, and pretty much fight the other team's better players and hurt them. And he does it very, very well. So the story goes on. He actually gets moved up to a professional team.
Like a farm league.
Pretty much. It's like your minor league.
Minor leagues.
Minor league right before you get to your,
the big
professionals.
time.
Yeah. So he's brought in there to protect.
Let's see. Oh,
Xavier
LaFlame.
LaFlame actually took a big hit earlier in the season, and now he's very skittish about being out there. If somebody comes close to even touching him, he kind of freaks out, and they can't have it. They need him to go back to being, a very good player, which he is.
And unfortunately, because of all that going on, in his career, he starts having this, like a quasi-midlife crisis where he's the big bad boy. He's been getting in a lot of trouble outside of the rink, or the arena, and he has the attitude like he's the best ever. I know that there's probably a lot of athletes out there in every type of sport that act like that. We're not going to get any names, but you can probably get an idea of some of them that we're talking about.
Now, anyways, the best goon in the league is played by Liev Schreiber. He plays Ross the Boss Ray. That's what it is. So he's been suspended for half of the season for, of course, fighting. So finally, the last game comes down to their teams are playing each other, and
Glatt actually idolizes
the
boss, and
so he's ready to play. He wants to fight. He wants to prove that he's the better of the fighters. And Liev Schreiber's character kind of plays it actually smart, where he gets Glatt to drop his gloves, so he gets automatically a penalty, and Ross doesn't get one, and he gets to stay out there and do what he does best. So it's kind of a psychological game between them, and then they finally, at the end of the movie, get into a big fight, and it's awesome. I'm not going to ruin it for you. I think you know who wins, but it's a pretty good movie. It's a pretty good hockey movie if you're into hockey.
Yeah,
check it out. I call it
there's not a lot of hockey movies out there. I mean, especially like comedy movies, like Slapshot is one with
probably-
Paul Newman. It's like one of the only ones I can think of. I mean, there's Miracle,
There's
but
Miracle, there's the Mighty Ducks.
oh yeah.
And all those they're funny, but they're supposed to be like drama.
Well, yeah, Miracle's more of a drama based off of the
There's
Olympics.
some comedy in there because, boys will be boys. And then, Mighty Ducks is a Disney movie, so of course it's going to be family-friendly, funny.
I would dare say that Goon is like Slapshot on steroids.
Goon is pretty much just today's version of Slapshot.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. So, I mean, he's pretty much all the Hansons put into one character. So, if you guys haven't seen Slapshot, a little shout out for that. Check it out. It's an oldie but a goodie.
Oh yeah.
Goon, like I said, this is pretty much the whole base of the movie. There's a little love story in there too, but we're talking hockey. There's no time for love, Dr. Jones.
Nope.
So we're just going to jump into why we liked it and why we didn't like it. I actually have nothing bad to say about this movie. The only thing I will say is maybe they made Sean William Scott play his character a little too simple.
Okay.
Like he doesn't understand how to come off, give emotions off, I guess. I mean, after he finds out the girl he likes is dating somebody, he kind of goes over to the house and he kind of tells the guy, yeah, me and her hooked up, we're kind of dating now, and he lets this guy just beat the hell out of him, and he's the whole thing, he's like, it's okay, buddy. As he's getting pummeled.
I mean, I can agree with you on that.
So just does not know how to...
I think the portrayal, because Sean William Scott is a very funny actor.
Oh, yeah.
And I think due to... he's kind of one of those typecasted,
actors. He got very typecasted.
Ever since after he played Stifler in the American Pie series, yeah.
He pretty much paid
because with Walking Tall, he was kind of, or was it Walking Tall?
It was Walking Tall.
Yeah, I mean...
He did play a funny character, but he also had some good moments in there where he was serious.
I think this one was kind of a watered-down version of a lot of his characters, but he's
a good character.
He's good in it. He's good in this movie.
I just feel like they wanted him to be... They tried to differentiate it from other characters, and what you got was...
Well, with the comedy, I would say they dummied him down.
Yes, they made him... that's my problem, was they made him too stupid.
Yeah,
I'm not saying people out there don't have his level of intelligence, but I'm just saying I feel like they tried to do it. It was kind of funny at parts, and then it's kind of sad at some parts. Watch the movie. It's on Netflix.
The one thing that I can really, kind of about it was, we've talked a lot about in other movies about parents being, kind of just ill-willed towards their kids. His parents, which the dad is played by Eugene Levy, who also was in the American Pie series as Jim's dad. And they look at him kind of as, oh, you're not going to be a doctor. You're not going to be this. You're going to be a goon. You're just beating people up. Didn't really care for
his
that.
whole time. His brother, too, like we said, they don't approve of his brother being homosexual, and they kind of don't actually admit that he is until they finally see him make out with his boyfriend in front of him. And it's right after that Doug won a game where his actually scored the last goal to win the game. Mm-hmm. So everybody's happy for him until his parents see his brother and his boyfriend making out, and they're freaked out about it. And Doug's he's my brother. He don't care. He accepts him for who he is.
And that's a good way to think about it in real life situation too. The only other thing I could really say I didn't care for was the color commentator.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. It's a comedy. Obviously, there's going to be a little satire or a parody of how color commentators describe everything going on in front of them in a sports situation. The color commentator used a lot of foul language. Like I've said before in many other episodes.
If you have to rely on just that to be funny, it's not funny.
But in this situation, in a real life circumstances, FCC would totally, they would nix that in a heartbeat. No. But other than that, I can't really say anything bad about it.
Good stuff. All the fights were very, very, very well choreographed.
Yeah.
You actually believe these guys are, throwing down hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good, the fighting sequences. Even just when they're playing hockey, too. It's a great way to showcase, how cool of a sport hockey is.
Yeah, a lot of people dog hockey because they say it's boring because all they're doing is watching people skating around on a puck. But then again, it's...
These guys, I'm sorry, hockey's one of the most dangerous sports out there because you're constantly moving. Do you know how fast you can go on skates? Upwards of 60 miles an hour, on a straightaway. So, then you have to stop. You have to watch out for other people, especially if you have the puck. It's such a dangerous sport.
Let me just interject on that. If you think that hockey isn't a dangerous sport, watch the Stanley Cup championship rounds in 2010 when Duncan Keith got his teeth knocked out. and you tell me it's not dangerous after that, I'm sorry to say it, you're dumber than I thought.
I mean, we've had players in hockey with broken legs who finished the game with a broken leg. We've had players get their throats slit by skates and, still were managing to, like, stand up and, keep it together. So,
yeah.
I'm sorry, you name another sport where something like that happens and these players get up and still want to play.
Yeah, but
these guys are probably the toughest athletes on the world, bar none.
Yeah, we salute you for it. But anyways, rabble. Let's go back to some of the good stuff.
Like I said,
I like the satire of the hockey team. You have like the stereotypical, like the Russians and everything.
The French Canadians.
Yeah, I mean, they really play their characters to a T when it comes to like playing hockey, because especially like when you're
My favorite part is just when they're dogging each other. It's like, we're on the same team.
Yeah. I mean, I agree on that one. I mean, another thing, as much as I was kind of dogging the whole concept of the parents' attitude about them, their child not pursuing in their footsteps.
Yeah.
I like the concept of how LaFlame is trying to dissuade Glatt from being a goon.
Yeah.
Because he's sitting there saying, they'll love you now, but you're going to screw up one day and they're going to hate you. And in real life situation, I can understand that, whether it's a sport or even in employment. Yeah. I mean, you can be one of the most exceptional people in what you do.
One mess up, though.
But, I mean, one good deed comes a million expectations, and what becomes exceptional will eventually become expendable. And, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you out there probably have experienced that before. And you know what? We just got to keep on keeping on. That's basically all I can say.
That's right, Joe Dirt, we do. So anyway, guys, I'm just going to go right into... It's just a good movie. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it.
I mean, it's definitely rewatchable. I mean...
Yes. If you like sports movies, especially hockey, this is probably top 5. I mean, any
type of movie for a good laugh.
Yeah. I mean, hockey-wise, there's only like a couple movies that are rewatchable. You got Slapshot, Miracle,
Mighty Ducks.
The Mighty Ducks series.
I mean, the third one was,
Well, that's why I say the series, not just one.
But yeah, I mean, they're all good.
In there. I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Youngblood.
I mean, you could even incorporate Happy Gilmore for the beginning of it, but, it's...
So anyway, guys, like we said, our next episode, the trailer after we're done with this episode, will be the start of Shocktoberfest.
Oh, yeah. 31 episodes for 31 days.
So, guys, definitely comment down below if you like this. Tell us if you're prepared for Shocktoberfest. Like this video, share it. And as you will hear many, many times more, push the red button.
Because every subscriber we get gives us more opportunities to give you more content. And we honestly, we really do want to give you more content. I mean, we know that there's a lot of situations where we're not allowed to use certain things because of whatever reason, but, we want to actually be able to afford it. Yeah. And, because we love you. Always have.
So anyways, guys, we're going to sign off now. I'm the Big Bad Wolf Benny.
And I'm the Wild Man Wes.
And we'll see you next time in Shocktoberfest.
We hope you've enjoyed Season 2. See you soon.
Dude, what are we doing? We never film and drive. What are we doing? You said you got to show me something for our first movie, Shocktoberfest.
Well, to tell you the truth, because of the whole first episode we're going to be doing, we're going to do a little on location because in the first movie we're doing, there's a scene where it's very iconic in Joliet. So
nice.
You might like it.
Huh. I'm trying to think. I know what we're doing. I'm just trying to think where it could be. Wait. No.
Oh, yeah.
For real?
For realsies.
Oh, yeah. That's dope. Oh, man.
Yeah, we're just going to move around just a little bit, and we're going to come up to it right about here.
Oh, snap, people. You don't even know, or maybe you do. I don't know.
Well, anybody that's ever seen the movie, Michael Rooker and Tom Towles would be very, very proud.
Dope. So, I guess, spoiler alert, it's Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, guys.
Yep. Hope you enjoy this. See you soon.